The Forehead Gang is back, and the sneak peeks are coming. Ladies and gentlemen, next week's update has been somewhat confirmed. Warning, something sinister has begun to overwhelm our heroes. Run, don't crawl, or you'll miss the 10.4 livestream. Tune in for a spooky October update and find out what's coming to Marvel Future Fight. Very exciting here. I'm always excited for the new updates. We have to compartmentalize how we feel about, well, I have to compartmentalize, and I choose to compartmentalize how I feel about Apocalypse. I still want them to rework Apocalypse. That hasn't changed even 1%, but I'm also very excited for this update. I can't lie to you. I'm very excited for this update. I love October. Halloween's my favorite time of the year, or like sort of holiday of the year, I should say. And I also am excited to see what the seasonals are going to be, if Null's going to get a rework, etc., etc., etc. The new game mode, of course. And they mentioned that directly, so it's nice. Greetings, agents. This is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. A new game mode will be released through the upcoming October update. So right away, they're hitting you with the good stuff. They're like, hey, new game mode. So they know, okay, they're not going to, hopefully they're not going to screw this one up. They know we want the new game mode. They know we're chomping at the bit for new content. So they're going to give us the new game mode. Hopefully it's good. It needs to fulfill two things. It needs to be fun, and it needs to give good rewards. Hopefully it does both of those things. I know that seems like not much, but it's actually very difficult for Marvel Future Fight to pull that off. So hopefully they will. Survive beyond your limits. So we already have some ideas about the new game mode. You know, it's a multiplayer game mode. It's a PvE game mode. There's some sort of wave mode kind of thing, defense thing, surviving beyond your limits. It all sounds like it's some sort of, like wave survival type game mode. Fight against enemies with your heroes and challenge your limits. Challenging your limits, surviving beyond your limits sounds like it's going to be either difficult or that it's going to eventually get so hard that everyone loses, right? Which is good. Which is very good. I think that's fun. That's the way they ought to do it. It would be pretty lame, let's say, if it was like a 5-wave mode, and the first, 4 waves were just like brain dead easy, and then the 5th wave was just a little bit harder, and then it was over, right? Like, that would be fun the first 20 to 30 times, and then it would be really boring. So when I said it had to fulfill 2 categories, it had to be fun and it had to have good rewards. The fun category is much more complex because it needs to have, a lot of, like, it needs to be fun, but it also needs to be a little bit, like, there needs to be a challenge to it. Whether the challenge is always present or whether the challenge can be initiated by the player, it needs to be there. So, for example, right, Danger Room is a really good example. Danger Room eventually had good rewards and it was fun, but it wasn't fun in the way that allowed for any challenge. It was always just a one-shot fiesta. So it was boring because you always knew what you were going to get because it was always just going to be a one-shot, right? So hopefully they fix those mistakes. Anywho, here's the sneak peek I've yapped on for a long time. Ooh, that's loud. Boom! Captain America, baby! Something is coming! Ah! Okay, so I'm pretty excited about this. The scream that there was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's important. There's a lot. There's quite a bit to digest here. Okay, so live stream on the 10th of October. First thing I want to focus on is at the end. Costumes inspired by Marvel Studios' What If. So this is What If from last year or the year before. I can't remember. Maybe the year before, actually, 2022. This is the season 1 Marvel Studios What If Zombies, right? So that opens the door for, because it says costumes plural, it opens the door for potentially, zombie Scarlet Witch, zombie Doctor Strange, zombie Giant Man, tons of zombies, tons. Now, I'm not saying all of those zombies will get uniforms. Some of them might be getting uniforms. None of them could be getting uniforms. The other thing you want to do here is you want to read. So this just says Steve Rogers, Captain America, and he died in 2019 with Endgame, whatever. And then of course you see him. He pulls out his he pulls out his shield, which looks really cool. And then you see him pop out. And this is the exact one. This is the exact zombie from the What If Marvel zombie. I'm not getting the. Sorry. There we go. There you go. So we have Zombie Captain America. Now, this is a pretty detailed model for this to only be used as a game mode and not sold as a uniform. We'll have to wait and see, but if it's a zombie game mode, then it's possible that they created a bunch of models that are just zombified versions of characters, and we're not going to be able to play with all of them, like play as all of them, right? So when I said there's a possibility for, you know, zombie Scarlet Witch, zombie Doctor Strange, etc., I'm not necessarily saying that those characters all will get uniforms. I think some of them could get uniforms. We could also see Spider-Man, Doctor Strange. I think that's also a possibility, right? Because Spider-Man is one of the few characters that isn't zombified, and he gets the Doctor Strange's cape, right? And then he uses that to kind of escape and stuff. So again, lots of things are possible here. I thought that was one of the best episodes of What If Volume 1. I know it's a while ago, it's 2 years ago, but I think in general the Marvel Zombies theme has always been fun and will kind of always will be fun. It doesn't really matter to me if it's released on time or later. I also think that, for example, in Cap's case, he kind of needs a uniform. I'm not saying that, you know, he deserves one over everyone else, but he wasn't that great when he was released. Like, this was a pretty good all-around uniform, sort of like a jack of all trades, master of none type thing, but he kind of needs something better. This will be interesting to see. If he turns into a zombie, he'll probably also turn into a villain. So we're going to get a human villain combat male, which could compete with Hulk for ABL or could be a PvP threat. We'll have to wait and see. Both are possible. So lots of interesting things there for Captain America. I do think the classics should always be strong. Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk. Right now, most of them are strong. Cap is probably the weakest of the four, so it kind of makes sense in that way. Now, if you go over to the October Update Celebration live stream, they just talk about the live stream. Obviously, it's going to happen this Thursday, so it's not Friday, it's not Monday, it's Thursday. It's even sooner. Hopefully, if we don't hear news about Apocalypse before then, that we hear news on the live stream, but presumably there won't be any more sneak peeks until then, but it's only a couple of days to wait, so it's fine. The live stream schedule is going to be Thursday, October 10th at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m. Eastern. So yes, I will be live Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern to react live to this. We're going to see the new game mode, we're going to see the new uniforms, and maybe new character perhaps, and we're going to see 3RL and hopefully also hear something about Apocalypse. So I'm pretty excited about that. And then we also have the October Update preparation event, which is going to be triggering today at the Daily Reset. Now, before we get into it, I just want to say a quick little piece here. I'm disappointed to see yet again that whoever has made this graphic has chosen to use AI. This is very obviously AI with this background here with the 10, and it's eerily similar to the 9-year anniversary event background that I pointed out back in May that was also using AI. I also want to caution whoever is using AI to make these. This looks like you're talking about the 10-year anniversary. I know October is the 10th month, but it's probably advisable as a graphic person not to use numbers when you're talking about content unless you're specifically told to use numbers, unless it's for an anniversary. Numbers are usually reserved for anniversaries or for specific events where the number is really important, like the 4th of July or whatever it is, the 31st of October. Yeah, I understand the live stream is on the 10th of October, but this is very confusing because the update's not on the 10th of October. The update is happening in the 10th month, but not a lot of people are going to make that connection. Some people are going to think it's the 10th anniversary, which it's not the 10th anniversary. So yeah, it's kind of like a double whammy here. Not to, grill this person's pants off, but you're using AI and you're also kind of making some, rookie mistakes here, guy or girl or whoever you are. Maybe just, do it yourself. Don't use so much AI, buddy. I think you can do it. Anywho, we have this sort of like ripped cord, sort of like electrocution type theme here, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what that kind of stands for. I guess zombies chew electrical cables. I don't know. It's cool though. It's cool. Alliance Store double donation events coming out for sure. Energy bonus mission is nice. Really, pretty straightforward stuff. ISO discount, you can see this thing again, keeps popping up. We have the daily gold chest where you can just score a bunch of gold for free. You have the Uru unequip, which is more useful than ever, and the Odin's Blessing chance up event, and then you have the Groot support thing. And then please look forward to the terrifying enemies coming to Marvel Future Fight. So it seems very much like we're going to be getting a zombie defense game mode for this new wave mode, and I'm very excited for that. I think that's a really good idea. It's a really nice piece of content that could be thematically very fun. And again, they just have to make it fun, but like something that has replayability, right? They need to make it fun with replayability and the potential for challenge, or have challenge built in. That's fine. It's fine if it's challenging from the beginning. I know that Marvel Future Fight in general is not a challenging game, but they can always, you know, change their angle. And then it also needs to have pretty decent rewards, like at least like somewhat compelling rewards. So yeah, I think people are pretty excited. 400 likes on this. I don't think I ratioed them this time. No, I did not. So you can see the difference here between, you know, stuff that people are excited about and the kind of boring stuff. Also, you can see how quickly the sentiment can change when they're giving us stuff that we really are excited about, i.e. new content, characters that need upgrades, getting them, new game modes, this kind of stuff. Hopefully they see, you know, and they're happy with the player sentiment and the player reaction, and then they do more of this. Honestly, we should get more content updates per year. I think we need maybe one more content update per year. Sorry, I keep saying per month. We need about one more content update per year, whether that's a new game mode or that's an existing game mode getting a revamp or a sort of like an upgrade or an extension, right? Like a new dispatch sector, a new story mode chapter, the new GBR boss, this kind of thing. I think we need one more per year to really keep players engaged for 12 months a year. But anyways, I'm pretty excited. I hope you guys are too. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of zombies and Buff Apocalypse. Thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button. Go check out the Diablo 4. Well, I'm going to go check out the Diablo 4 update now. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.